2023 has been a significant year for us as a company. It is the year in which we have achieved the mandate of the government by achieving 95% coverage of inhabited residences in Bahrain and 100% coverage of all businesses. We have a content creation generation, and so they care as much about the upload as they do the download. And so we were able to quickly turn the thinking about and bring up the upload speeds in Bahrain by significant amounts, and in some cases exceeding 200%. And at the minimum, we get 50% of the download speed as upload speed. If someone has 1 gig download, they get 500 megabits upload. For us, ensuring that we hold close control of our fixed costs meant that we can introduce much higher speeds at the same rate, and in some cases with a slight hit to our revenues. And in these areas, we're able to absorb a lot of the impact by providing such a superior experience to consumers. Running a pure play infrastructure operator is almost unique, and so we had a number of different countries where we reached out to different counterparties, and some of them we were able to sign MOUs to exchange experiences to see how are things done in other countries. And so we compare ourselves against ourselves in the past, but simultaneously we see how our counterparts have fared, and we build all of these practices into the company. In areas for families as small as 4 or 5 people, we've seen 15, 20 devices. You're looking at TVs and phones and cameras and smart devices. And so there's plenty more pressure being applied on the availability of that broadband. We see the focus going more towards ensuring that such access is provided equally throughout the residences to ensure that at any location, whether it's a bedroom or a kitchen or any area of the house, you can actually get the same kind of experience as if you're sitting right next to the broadband device. We've called it Prosperity 26, and that's our target for the end of year 2026. And it directly looks at what role is BNET going to play in the local economy to empower the country overall and to serve its customers equally. We found that Bahrain is a major attraction point for hyperscalers. We've seen a number of them already set up, and several are on the way. And we've seen that content creation is simply going to explode in terms of growth in the future. And we see that there are a number of areas, because we are pure play infrastructure provider. There are areas that we can enter that are simply uneconomical for other operators to enter, which are adjacent to infrastructure. We invest significant amounts in the development of our people, starting from the engineers and technicians all the way to chief level, to ensure that they are empowered, they are enabled, they are supported with the knowledge and skills that they need. And no one is exception, not even myself. We all have to go through this continuous development process. The next level is we've increased significantly the speeds in Bahrain to make them a minimum of 100 megabits. I would like the speeds to be a minimum 1 gigabit. The National Telecom's plan, the new one, says the minimum speed for business should be 10 gigabits. So now the challenge is, how does BNET achieve that while still maintaining the value that it brings to its shareholders? 1 gigabit minimum for residences.
For enterprise.
10 gigabit minimum for enterprise. Another focus is going to be, we've done something unique in terms of building relations with our counterparts. I mean, this is the first MOU that's signed between 2 MBNs. I mean, we signed it with Netlink Singapore, where it says at any point in time we can send our staff to them to work with them and learn from them, and they can do the same and send their staff to us. And it's actually a model and that's working, and I've had a discussion in the last panel that I was at specifically about the power of partnerships. and the kind of trust it requires so that you can set it up. You can imagine that typically you would see each other as competitors. But this was an instance where it actually worked. And I feel we can push it even more by expanding to other areas in Oceania and Europe and other countries if they see the value and the success of this one experiment. And if we see that, there will be better collaboration, more cooperation, and even the possibility for joint ventures if you know this party and you trust it. And I think BNET is actually pioneering in this field.